That's not how the Force works.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
What are you talking about?
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. Yo! Welcome to Casual Rage 264, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all been having a good week. We've got a little bit to get through. We've got D23 breakdown. Well, I wrote breakdown. I just didn't want to have it as just D23. We're not really doing much of a breakdown, I guess. We're not going through the whole thing. We're going to go through the relevant important things to look at. Not the important things, just the important things to look at. So obviously we've got some Star Wars, we've got some Marvel, Doomsday trailer. This is the thing though that I fucking hate. Is like D23 was last weekend. It's now Thursday. Well, depending on where you are in the world, but it's Thursday here. And obviously, like, everybody's already talked about it and all of that kind of thing. Like, it's almost move on time. Like, there's been so much other stuff. And it's not even pop culture stuff. I've been paying so much attention to the Lindsay Clancy. Like, not massive amounts of attention to it, but that case is fucking insane, man. Insane. And it's just intrigued me to pay attention. So I've been sort of paying a bit more attention to that than sort of anything else at the moment. But yeah, we do have a lot to get through because of D23. So we've got a Doomsday trailer that we're going to watch. We're going to watch the Vision's Quest trailer. I still actually haven't watched the Vision Quest trailer. I don't even think I watched all of the Doomsday trailer. There's the Ahsoka trailer, of course. And then we've got Dave Filoni and a couple of things that he's got to say. We've got Hayden Christensen and a couple of things that he had to say. We've got Rosario Dawson, a couple of things that she had to say. And then we've got some shills as well that we're going to check out with Grizzy's video. Jedi Starfighter. That's not right. Star Wars Starfighter. I find it a little ridiculous that they don't drop the trailer to everybody. They have this secret little trailer drop. You might get it leaked out there a couple of times from some shitty little camera. I don't understand that. I've never understood it. Like, why would you not, like, if you're going to release a trailer to at least the people that are there, why not just release it to the world? Now, I did hear a couple of people talking about it and, like, you know, okay, maybe they didn't release the trailer to everybody because it was going to overshadow the Ahsoka trailer. Well, I'm sorry. The Doomsday trailer was going to overshadow everything, I think, in all the things that I saw that they released. I haven't really seen anybody really talking about that Visions Quest trailer. Or talking about this is the thing with Marvel though too, is like, man, does anybody really give a shit about Marvel right now? Like, yeah, look, we're going to talk about it. Spider-Man's done now $2 billion. So, yes, okay, people still do care. They want to watch it and all of this kind of thing. It's so funny. I've got my mate at work, and I asked him, he's got all these Hot Toys figures. He's got all these Marvel Hot Toys figures, and he loves it. I love it. It's awesome. Like, really cool. But I asked him if he'd seen Spider-Man, and he said yes. And he asked me, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. And I told him, like, I enjoyed it at first, you know, 7 out of 10. And then I started thinking about it a little bit, and I watched Mauler's video. I actually sent him Mauler's video. But it was really funny. I started going through, like, the problems with Jean Grey with him and everything. And by the end of the conversation, he's like, oh, thanks for ruining it. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry I shuttered him. But, like, you know, I messaged him last night after we had because we had the conversation yesterday. Messaged him last night, and I'm like, dude, sorry, I didn't, like, maybe next time I'll ask you, like, if I think that what I'm going to say is actually going to ruin it, if you've actually enjoyed it, maybe I'll just ask him, dude, do you want me to ruin it before I say anything? But he was like, no, it's cool. I'd rather know more. So that was good. But let's see who we've got here before we go any further. We got Brother Crawl the Ninth. How you doing? He always gives us a little countdown at the beginning of the stream. Let's go. We've got Laughing Man. How you doing? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you, brother. Who else do we have? We got this dickhead who's running fucking late. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. We got Caleb Levine is here, as he usually is. P-Dubs shines regardless. How you doing? Salute. Caw to the nuisance bird. And we got Big Phrase. How you doing, Big Phrase? Have you stopped going and watching Drunk 3PO streams? Or do you just not type anything anymore? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Dude, if anybody in the chat right now is in Australia, have you been, and well, it depends really, but if you're an AFL fan, have you been paying attention to the Sydney Swans scandal? That is insane. They finished second on the ladder. They're a hot favorite to win it all. And on the eve of finals, 5 of their players go and do some silliness, and it ends up in a sexual assault allegation. And then the 5 players, which out of the 5 players, 3 of them are like high-end stars. We're going to get all Australian Blazers. Nobody cares about AFL up here. Yeah, well, it's still your team. If it was anyone's, it would be yours. Sydney Swans, man. But yeah, just crazy. I've been paying attention to that too, trying to keep up to date. So those 5 players have now been suspended for the rest of the year at least. Obviously, there's a police investigation ongoing with the sexual somethings unit. And it's pretty fucking crazy. Pretty crazy. Like, I just, second on the ladder. Even if they were to bring players in to like that club, you can't win the premiership. They should be rubbed out of finals, really. Like imagine the Sydney Swans with replacement players for those 5 players win it. It's not to say it's not possible. It's definitely unlikely. But let's say they do actually dude, it's a mess. It's a fucking mess. But yeah, I've been paying attention to that story and the Lindsay Clancy case. I've been watching a little bit of Nick Recader recently. Not that obviously there was the whole thing with him, but he's just covering the case. So I watched him because it's perfect time too. Like usually on my drive home, nobody else in America is streaming because it's so fucking late or early in the morning for them. But he's up fucking doing shit. It was good. It gave me something to listen to on my drive home. No, just because I think he mentioned you and he mentioned that he hadn't seen you. See, you stick in people's heads, man. I don't know if it was last night. Okay, it might have been a couple of days ago. All right, let's see. Did you see the poll in the chat? Mike Hill sent me this, and I thought, I might make that a poll. So, who wins in a fight between Worf and Teal'c? Now, the thing is it really depends for me. It actually depends on which form of Teal'c you're talking about. If you're talking about the form of Teal'c that has his symbiote, I think Teal'c wins. If you're talking about Teal'c without his symbiote and on Tritonin, Worf. This is the thing that I don't know, though, about Klingons in Star Trek and stuff like that. Does Worf have healing, capabilities like Teal'c does? Like, do Klingons have a superior healing factor to, let's say, just a normal average human? Regenerative. Blah, 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 blah. Redundant organs. Well, you picked Worf. This is the thing. Like, I'm more a Stargate person than I am a Star Trek person. I obviously like Star Trek, but I never fucking got into it like lore-wise and stuff like that. There's bits and pieces that I know, fragments. But that's why I'm going with Teal'c. But I can see that even in the poll, Worf is taking a commanding lead. I know there's only 8 people that have voted, but still taking a commanding lead. We'll leave it up anyway for a bit. We'll see. Some more people might come in, see the poll, and vote away. All right. Let's get into some of the topics, shall we? We're going to start with Spider-Man because obviously it's really just tracking Spider-Man now at this point in time. And it has obviously crossed the $2 billion mark. This is insane. $1.2.5 billion internationally, $800 million domestically. That's probably going to cross that $1 billion mark as well. It's crazy how... What weekend are we into now? It released When did it say that it released? July 29th. So it's been, we're going to have 1, 2, 3. We're coming into its fourth weekend. Coming into its fourth weekend, and it's already at $2 billion. And this movie has really embarrassed James Gunn and the DC universe. It's embarrassed Disney in a sense as well. Now we'll have to sort of half wait and see in regards to how Doomsday plays out. Now, obviously, with how much marketing they're going to put behind it, the thing is like with Doomsday, I think we talked about it last week. We've probably been talking about it nearly every week, but Doomsday will really need to perform probably even way better than this. It probably would need, like, I don't know what people are thinking in regards to the budget. But then in regards to just the promotional stuff that they're going to have to do for Doomsday, you know, just to, I don't know. I think all the cameos and everything and just having like so many different heroes and stuff like that in trailers and everything is going to intrigue the normies. But I do feel like there's a lot more normies that are paying attention. And we'll have to wait and see what the actual story is. Like, it would blow my mind, and I very much doubt it. And I think we've even had the leaks that we went through. But I very much doubt that this movie's story, Doomsday's story, is going to be better than Spider-Man's story. And Spider-Man's story isn't even that good. Like, Spider-Man's story in this movie in isolation is sort of okay. Soon as you bring the antagonist and everything in, Jean Grey and all of that sort of shit, it just falls apart. I'm so shattered that we just didn't get what they did with that montage or that opening segment of, you know, catching us up for 5 years sort of thing. That's all we fucking needed. But hey, this thing's made $2 billion, so what do they care? What do they care? Was there something else with that? Oh, yeah, there was this. So this, I believe this was, yes, D23. So the guy that plays Ned, how they came up with the handshake they're talking about here. Here we go. Let me know if you got audio or not. Actually, you know what? But because I'll play it. Somebody will say, no, there's no audio. I'm just going to reshare it with audio. Make sure.
Can I tell one more story, which is on the set of Spider-Man Homecoming 2016, very young Jacob and very young Tom were off in the back working on something, didn't know what it was. And I saw them come over to the director, John Watson, and go, hey, we have this idea for a handshake. We made up this handshake that friends have. Could we do it? And John said, yeah, let's do it. And now it's the culminating moment in one of the biggest movies of all time. So I want to thank you. Can I
So it culminates in that moment. I have questions with that moment too. Like, obviously, Spider-Man, MJ, and Ned are hanging out in this movie. He's building the Lego and stuff. He has to go, and MJ calls him Peter. And then obviously, he does the handshake at the end of the movie, and he goes, hi, I'm Peter. And he goes, Peter? And like, obviously is implying that he's connecting the dots. Now, people want to say there's muscle memory and the handshake and everything. But the thing is in his memory, that handshake doesn't exist. There is no muscle memory. There is no muscle memory for that. If Doctor Strange's spells are as strong and powerful as they should be. Is just how I see it. Now, like MJ sort of knowing that there's a connection there, and then obviously she reads the letter, but she doesn't have that same love for him anymore. Like the love doesn't exist. She knows now that that's a little bit different, right? She knows because she's been told, and she also knows because she read the letter and everything, that there was this connection between Spider-Man, Peter, and MJ. You know, I think like I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I think one of the best scenes in the entire movie. It's a short scene. It's quiet. Bit. I think there's some music playing in the back. No, maybe not even any music playing in the background. And it's him just taking MJ home, slinging. That's all the sounds that you hear. And it's really actually, you know, after all the emotional beats that you've sort of been through with Peter, I felt like that was really good. It just slowed it down for that second and allowed you to, you know, contemplate as even in the audience, just, you know, do that sound again. I don't even know what I did. It was just those three sounds. Like he's shooting the web out, catching the web, and pulling it down. Shooting the web, catching the web, pulling it down. Shooting the web, catching the web, pulling it down. That was all the scene was. Thought it was good. Thought it was good. So, like, I don't know with Ned, though. You know, obviously he's connecting the dots, but again, the muscle memory, it's kind of like, okay, so why didn't MJ love him? Isn't that muscle memory? Now, I know that a handshake and an emotion are very two different things. I get that, right? But the love doesn't exist in MJ despite her knowing the truth now. Ned doesn't even know the truth. And he does this handshake with a random stranger. They want to make it seem like the thing for me is that they, like, you know, because everybody cheers at that. Everybody thought that that was really cool and awesome. And again, everybody's trying to justify it, just like they're trying to justify Jean Grey not killing people. And how she was really the victim in all of it. It's so funny. I was talking, the mate that I was talking to at work, I didn't even mention the bit with MJ. You know, I told him about how Jean mind raped fucking Bruce Banner and fucking gave him his worst nightmare again. Happened to him again, where he's like freaking out that he killed people as the Hulk without fucking wanting or knowing that, you know, that he transformed or whatever. So she does that to him. She blows up the Department of Damage Control with a tank after mind raping a fucking old lady to drive it in there. And that apparently didn't kill anyone. I mentioned the you know, pulse that goes out, and like, you know, MJ's crying while they're frozen, like, you know, and I explained to him how like it's basically exactly the same ending as WandaVision, where it's like they'll never know what you sacrificed for them. What are you talking about? These people fucking were tortured by it. Like, this person's evil, all for their own selfish fucking desires. But the one that I didn't mention was manipulating fucking Peter when she should really have nothing against Peter, other than the fact that does she know that he's working for Damage Control? Is he even working for Damage Control? Like, yeah, he's got connections with, you know, just because of that connection, she never communicates any of that. But she obviously knows from being in Peter's head you know, what the deal is with MJ, what the deal is with Ned, and, you know, the spell and all of that kind of thing. And she still fucking jumps into the head of MJ, fucking kisses Peter, and fucking, you know, pretends to be her while mocking him, and then fucking throws her off a building. Now, whether or not she knew or not that is like that Peter would have saved her or was going to save her is besides the fucking point. She's torturing them. Using every single person's fears, wants, desires, everything against them. Every single person that she interacts with in the movie, she uses their things, their fears mainly, to manipulate the shit out of them for no fucking reason, other than the fact that she wants to try and find her sister. And, you know, the mind raping where she's jumping from person to person to person, all she would have need to have finally got to was the fucking head of the Department of Damage Control, got inside his head, seen that he killed her sister, and then what? Does a similar thing to him that fucking Wanda does to Professor X in Multiverse of Madness. Kills him inside his head. Movie's over. And that's like, then you've got like problems with the Punisher and stuff like that on top of that. In fact, the more I keep talking about this movie and the more I keep thinking about this movie, when I first saw it, I gave it a 7 out of 10. After, you know, thinking about it, watching Mauler's video and actually having a little bit more understanding of like what I actually did see, it went down to a 5. I think that it's dropping lower than that. Because the visuals, like I always complain about with the shills out there, the Disney Star Wars shills and stuff like that, the way something looks and the way something sounds can only take it so far. Now, I'm not saying that that's all it has, because the emotional beats, the loneliness that Peter does have and feels and portrays through the movie is actually quite good. So that's where I say, like, you separate the Jean Grey shit from that part of it, fucking, I think you really got something. Yeah, that's right. How you doing, Mekator? Yeah. When a woman does it, means it's not illegal. No, but it's not even that. It's the fact that the reason the reason why the female character is doing what she's doing, we're supposed to look at as a moral thing. Right? We're supposed to look at it and go, oh, she's doing it for a really good purpose. She's trying to find her sister and she's trying to save her sister. But the way she goes about everything is a complete fucking disaster. And then at the end of the movie, we're supposed to just forget all the disastrous shit that she did because of this premise that she did it for a good cause. But she did, like, what the crimes that she committed isn't outweighed by the fucking her trauma. It's so fucking ridiculous. They do it constantly with all the female characters. They make them so fucking, they make them disgusting people. They make them, they give them shitty personalities and make them like fucking living in delusion land. And then we're just supposed to accept and be okay with that based on the fact that they punished other people, innocent people, possibly killed innocent people for those desires. It's fucking ridiculous. fucking ridiculous. Let's move on from Spider-Man. Hold on a second. I got so many tabs up here. Oh, let's hang on. Not just Adam Driver. Is there? Sorry, I don't have a tab here. I don't know why. Is there? All right. The crazy thing is for me is like a lot of these names to me are very unknown, which honestly I think is really kind of a good thing, to be fair. And I actually think that the casting so far has been actually pretty good. Well, like everybody that I've seen looks the part. Christopher Abbott as Professor X. I don't even know who that is. Kit Connor as Cyclops. Don't even know who that is. Sadie Sink. Well, look, I didn't even know who she was until I heard that she was playing Jean in Spider-Man. I know that she was in something else. All these actors have probably been in other things that I've never fucking watched or never fucking heard of. The only one, Adam Driver, obviously, is Mr. Sinister. Which I think not a bad casting, I guess, but I think that, I don't know, Adam Driver could have probably made a really good Magneto. And that's the one that we're missing, isn't it, guys? That's the one that we're missing. Why would you come out and announce all of these peoples and not announce Magneto? Honestly, think about it. And this Maya Boyd, I don't know who she is or anything like that. But the only people right now that are complaining about so far these announcements, these castings, have been black people, apparently, saying that she's not black enough to play Storm. Now, the thing is with Storm isn't African American, as far as I know. Where's my book? I cleaned the house and now I don't know where anything is. I don't think it's in here. I should probably put it in here so I've got it close by. It's downstairs, which is really annoying. Really fucking annoying. Yeah, so anyway, apparently she's not black enough to be playing fucking Storm. Now, obviously, no Wolverine. I don't know what's happening with Wolverine. No Gambit. No Gambit. I don't know. Something seems off. Something seems really off with this. You know, no Beast. Mr. Sinister, you think he's going to be the villain? So, what you got? I just noticed this: 2 male X-Men and 4 female X-Men. Is Mr. Sinister going to be the villain, or is Magneto going to be the villain? I just feel like, you know what this feels like to me? It feels like James Gunn's DCU. Like, I don't know. It just feels hollow. It feels like that they're going to fuck X-Men up. Like I said, I think a lot of the castings looks fine. Like you got to obviously see this guy with no hair and no fucking beard, no facial hair to be a good Professor X. Like, you know, the one thing that I'll say is at least he's not black. Because I honestly thought that they were going to do a black Magneto and a black Charles Xavier. At this point in time, being that we don't have a Magneto here, they're probably going to do a black Magneto. And that's going to be really fucking interesting in regards to how they change the backstory of the character. Civil rights, yes, obviously, there's a lot of talk about all of that stuff happening. But, like, how do you bring as much weight as you need to bring for Magneto to still be the character of Magneto from the civil rights period compared to the Holocaust? Phone's buzzing. So yeah. It's funny. They always use pictures from Star Wars. $2028. It feels so far away. They'll reveal Magneto at the end or end credits. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You could be onto something there. The shippers will love this movie. I fucking hate the idea of even that, to be honest. I hate the fucking idea of that. So obviously that's still a while away, but it was interesting to see some of the cast. And again, I'm not like, just because I think that they've done so far a good job with what castings they have filled. Once again, they've given me nothing for me to give them any leeway, confidence that they can actually give us any good stories or anything like that. Even Spider-Man, despite its $2 billion, you've still refused to show me that you can write a good, compelling story that has good character work and stuff like that. There's a couple of moments, but overall, the overall story of the actual movie is pretty fucking bad. Doomsday. Doomsday is going to be another one that's going to be really fucking interesting to see. Let's watch that trailer, shall we? Let's watch this trailer. I think this second trailer is probably a little bit better than that first trailer. But this is what I mean. Like, we're still fucking... what are we? 2, 3, 4 months away from this movie coming out. Or not, probably 3 months away from this movie coming out. We've got 2 pretty big, long trailers. Like, we've got to get all the TV spots. We've got to get all the littler trailers. That what you think that they're not going to release another fucking trailer between now and then? Like another big, like 2-minute trailer sort of thing? They're going to be doing promotional shit with McDonald's and fucking... it's going to be everywhere, man. Everywhere. Because they got nothing... They got no hype coming into it. other than, you know, your Robert Downey Jr.'s and your, you know, the old cast are coming back to reprise their roles, sort of. Let's see. This is the 6th, if you count the 4 teasers. That's true, actually. Yeah, that's the other. Thank you for reminding me of that, Blake. Actually, fucking what we get those fucking 4 like character trailer things that they did months ago, which again, I completely forgot about that. What a waste of money that was.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind, he used to be caring. And then everything he loved was taken from him. I knew he was lost, but I did not.
Like, okay. Let's be real here. What the fuck are we looking at here? Shang-Chi and Wakanda Warriors and female Black Panther.
But I did not realize that he was broken.
You know, I was thinking with Steve Rogers. I thought I paused it. With Steve Rogers, they're going to make it so that he's like, I don't want to wear the suit. I'm not worthy anymore, or because he was the one that caused all of this from happening, he's going to be down in the dumps to the point where he's not worthy anymore. He can't do it all day anymore. So he doesn't want to wear the suit. So it's his decision, not the fact that, you know, the writers have actually made the decision for him, sort of thing.
Victor, did you do this? All of you have lived.
I'm sorry. It just doesn't, like, even seeing that. I think what's happened to me is that we've had just slop movies with cameos after cameos after cameos of pointless, hollow-filled cameos to the point where I see this and I feel nothing. And what, this is supposed to be the opening scene anyway, isn't it? The opening, like, surely they're not going to make fucking these old fucking, you know, Skeletor characters fucking play out a fucking play out throughout an entire 2-hour movie. Their world's got to be one of the first to be destroyed. Fucking, they'll have a fight, they'll battle it out, and then, you know, it'll go for 10 minutes, the entire sequence from conversation to battle to death to world being destroyed. And for what? Oh my God, he came back as Magneto. Oh my God, he came back as Professor X, Charles Xavier. For what? For this.
Have lived. Stolen lives. But now you must give them back.
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this? I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it.
doom.
I just feel like throughout this, is there anything else, or is it just the clock ticking down? Yeah, the clock ticking down. 4 months. What was I going to say? Like, I mean, obviously we're yet to see it. I feel like when I see this, I feel like we're going to sort of be sitting there going, why isn't this person here? Or where is this person? Or what is this like, why, like what? We're going to be asking why a lot. If you're paying attention and not just looking at the flashy lights. Because, you know, you watch this little scene here and it's like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, I thought that Stormbreaker controlled the Bifrost. I don't know why you would attack Doom with Stormbreaker when you could just open the Bifrost on him. Fuck it. Leave the planet that you're on right now.
Hell long before I grant it.
I don't know where they are. But based on what I'm seeing there, no, I don't know whether or not it's inhabited or not. We'll see. But fucking blow the planet up then. Obi-Wan Cannoli for $5 says, so we're at that point where they're showing everything in the trailers again. Oh yeah, for sure. We're just going to be waiting for events we saw from the trailers or from the trailer. I agree. And the other thing too with that is by the time we actually get to the actual movie, how many more teasers and trailers do you think we're going to get that are going to reveal just a little bit more from that scene and a little bit more from that and a little bit more from that? And by the time the movie comes out, you've already got a complete... I mean, look, the leaks are already out there. We already know what the story is with this movie. We already know how bad this movie is going to be when it comes to its story. Fucking cameos can just fuck off. I'm so over it. I'm so over just shitty storytelling. When you're sitting there and you're like, why? Why would you make that decision? If you were as smart as I thought you were, there's no way that you would make that decision. It's a bit like Thrawn, you know, which we are going to talk about. All the geeks and nerds will go see Dune 3. We're going to talk about that too. Women who were told Avengers are still cool will go see Doomsday. That's true. It's Barbie all over again. That's true. That's so true. The only people now that actually think that Marvel is doing a good job are the people that came in during that fucking run, you know, phase 1, 2, and 3, during that entire run, that 10-year period, they came in and now call themselves Marvel fans. Or, you know, comic book movie fans or something. I completely agree. I don't even know what to fucking pick and choose from this. I hate seeing Pedro Pascal now. I just fucking hate him. Who we got there? Who is that? Oh, is that Ant-Man? Is that Ant-Man? Is that Paul Rudd? And is that his daughter? Yeah, Franklin.
All of you.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking.
have lived, stolen lives. But now you must give them back.
It's definitely a better trailer than that first one, mainly because of that one shot. In that first trailer, that one shot where, like, you know, you got the Fantastic Four in the background and, like, they look tiny in comparison to where they sort of, like, you know, you can see that it's fucking being chopped together, that scene. That one scene alone in that trailer destroys that entire trailer. This is better, but it's still not great.
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this? I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it.
Like, this fight looks kind of like it's kind of cool. Doom looks like he's just gonna fucking destroy fucking Thor.
Answers to me.
And I don't know how I feel about the sort of the Russian accent there. I don't know how I feel about it. I just don't know how I feel about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, to be honest with you. Like, think about this. They cast a different person as Doom, and then you can bring Iron Man back from another universe or multiverse or something like that, for that cameo that you want with Robert Downey Jr. The thing is you wanted to make Robert Downey Jr. the face of Marvel again. Robert Downey Jr. hasn't been the face of Marvel for what, 10 years now? How long has it been since we had Endgame? It's not that long. 7? It's getting close. And you want to bring him back to be the face of Marvel again? But this time it's forced. Last time it was unique and natural. This is forced. And they're desperate. Fucking desperate as all fucking hell. What's this? Oh, this is the Visions Quest trailer. Are you done with Doom? Then we've got the Ahsoka trailer. I think we're done with Doom. Doomsday. Sentinels look good. Like, to me, this looks like it's going to be a worse version now of how I feel towards Spider-Man. A worse version of Spider-Man. So it's going to have some really cool moments, some really cool fights, some really cool action scenes, and there will be some scenes that will look good. Obviously, from what we've seen from some of the trailers, there's going to be some scenes that look really fucking bad too, right? In comparison to, I didn't really see a scene or like anything in the Spider-Man movie that actually looked even close to that one image that I was talking about before from that first trailer. I don't know, man. Marvel's a mess. Marvel's a mess. I still think it's in a better position than Star Wars. But like they're losing the plot with this type of storytelling. You can't even call it storytelling because they're not telling a story. They're not really telling a story. I mean, what was the story of the Spider-Man movie? Yeah, dealing with loneliness. Yeah, that. There was good parts of that story in there. Him dealing with that in himself. Him having to go through all of this and still obviously wanting that connection with his old friends and stuff like that. There was some okay, decent stuff in there. I still think it was the wrong way to go. He can still be looking over them while he's fucking This is the thing for me. In 5 years, Peter Parker, not Spider-Man, Peter Parker has not made one friend. In 5 years. Unless you count the cop that he's always ringing up as a friend. But she knows him as Spider-Man. Peter Parker has not made a friend in 5 years. Like a new friend. I think it's bullshit. The writers write how they want to write, and they don't have any explanation to either get to where they want to get to or to even get to where they want to start from. Fucking ridiculous. And I'm so over it. It's kind of fucking storytelling. It's fucking painful. Obi-Wan Cannoli again for $2. Imagine all of the rushed CG there's going to be. Let me hang on one second. I'll bring the image up. I'm sure I've still got it saved somewhere. Let me just check my bookmarks really fucking quickly. Come on. I'm sure I saved it. The worst thing, if it's not here, then I got to go fucking looking for it, and that's annoying. No. Okay, hold on. I'll just go to the actual trailer. Uh, 4 days ago. 4 weeks ago. That's the one we want. Yes, this is the one we want.
Something's coming.
We'll just watch through it again, and I'll pause it on the fucking...
Something we may not
Yeah, see, they're going to die. They're going to die early on.
be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger.
Like when it's in motion, you don't really notice it as much. As soon as you freeze frame it, though, I just look at how tiny he is. Now, yeah, of course, you've got force perspective, right? But that is really bad, because if he comes down 1, 2, 3, 4 steps and takes 1, 2, 3 steps forward, he would be standing next to whoever this person is. And based on the fact that his head is nearly, like, maybe a little bit higher than where their heads are, he comes down those stairs, he looks like an Oompa Loompa to these people. Look at the thing. He takes 1 step down, 2 steps down, and takes what? 2 steps forward, and he's standing next to Ant-Man, and he would be tiny. Tiny. And the thing is supposed to be fucking huge. Like big. He's normal human size. Oh, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. It looks horrible.
Then all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
I actually haven't seen gameplay of that. That's that new Star Wars race game? I haven't. This is the other thing too. Being the Gambit is my favorite X-Man. I hate that he got introduced as essentially like a joke in Deadpool and Wolverine. I like the fact that we get to see him and he's in some of the awesome combat that we can get to see him do, but it's not enough for me. That's surface, that's cameo Gambit. I want to see Gambit. And what, you know, essentially he gets introduced in Deadpool Wolverine as a joke. He gets killed in that, being that he's a different fucking version of him. And I don't know if this is all we're going to see, but it's through the leaks. It seems like this is really all we're going to get out of Gambit.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together.
He looks tiny there. He should be bigger than him. Way bigger than him.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
And that's what everyone wants to see, Yelena versus Yelena.
I presume nothing except this.
In a fight with no powers, other than the fact that I can change what I look like, and I'm really flexible. He should beat the shit out of Yelena.
If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters.
That's cool. Who's he fighting? Let's see. Oh, that's Shang-Chi. That's still, I saw the 10 rings on his fucking things. And then you've got fucking a Fantastic Four person there.
But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
And this is sort of what you were saying before. Was it you, Mekator, where you were sort of saying we're going to get everything in the trailers. We're going to see it all before the movie even comes out. Why wouldn't they save a reveal like something like, you know, Steve Rogers showing up and grabbing the hammer like that, grabbing Mjolnir like that? How has this second trailer performed? Let's take a look really quickly. 4 days ago, let me bring it up again. We don't need audio this time. 31 million views in 4 days. 1.2 million to 17,000 down. So it's overwhelmingly positive. And it just makes me wonder, like I said last week, I think it was, that I don't think that the Spider-Man success is going to reflect into Doomsday. I could be completely wrong on that. It might very well reflect into Doomsday. All right. Let's get out of there. Let's get rid of some tabs. We haven't watched Vision Quest yet. I actually haven't watched this trailer at all, to be honest. To be completely honest, how's the poll doing? So with 22 votes now, it's gone better. 23 votes now. Oh, Worf has overwhelmingly taken it. Worf has overwhelmingly taken it. 70%. 70-30. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll leave it up. We'll keep it going for a bit longer. All right, let's take a look at Vision Quest. Let's bring this up. I got invited to see this. Man, I can't wait to see the dog shit the bed. Dog shit of a movie. Dog shit the bed. Amber Heard. All right, let's take a look at Vision Quest.
Before you started working here, I remember when you'd come in all the time with that redhead.
I was a different person back then.
How about now? Anyone waiting for you tonight?
No. Home is just me.
It's like I'm losing my
Who am I? I was an Avenger, but I'm not a hero anymore. I have his face, but not his virtue. All I have is his name.
Welcome home, Vision.
This house is getting crowded, Vision.
Ultron! Human avatars only.
Sir, I cannot overstate the dangers of keeping him around.
Yes, but he is
Dad? Papa? Peepaw.
I'm a stranger to myself. That family wasn't real. You sure about that?
I had a father, a machine called Vision.
Muzzle tough. It's a boy.
How is this possible? Free us all and save your son. I wish to understand my purpose.
With a genocidal maniac inside your head.
Nothing bonds a family together quite like mortal jeopardy.
Ultron is back. Yes, he is. So what? We're inside Vision's head. Is it the whole time, or like, is this in his head as well? And then I don't understand. I don't really understand. It's almost sort of intriguing the same way that WandaVision was intriguing when they first sort of announced that, and we got the first trailers and things for that. I think even the first couple of episodes of Wanda were sort of okay. More so because we had no idea what was happening. Once we got some context, it's no longer okay anymore. Somehow Ultron returned. Well, I think it's in Vision's head. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Bantham? I like the actors. James Spader. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. It's kind of like with Lanterns, right? We got that on the docket to talk about, but I was just going to talk about IGN compared to fucking what some other people are sort of saying about this opening episode. I was going to possibly watch it just so that I could, I don't know what people are talking about, because I haven't paid that much attention to DC. The only thing that I think that I've watched in DC has been Supergirl and Superman. That's it. I haven't watched any of the other shows or anything like that. And is this supposed to be canon as well? Looks crazy, but I don't know. That's where I'm with it, P-dubs. It looks crazy. It looks wacky. It looks like it could be, you know, a little bit of Vision trying to find himself, which, okay. With everything that's happened with Vision and everything, you could, as long as you tell a good story, I think you're okay. But can they? Can they actually tell a good story without it being morally ambiguous by the end of it or something like that? You know what I'm saying? All right, that was a short one. That's easy. Let's see. Where are we? I did find it so funny with the Ahsoka trailer. If you just go to Star Wars Twitter page, they released the Ahsoka trailer in like short form, you know, like shorts and stuff. Why? I don't understand why they don't post one that's like obviously on their YouTube channel or whatever it would be normal size. But so anyway, we're going to IGN here. All right, let's take a look at this trailer, shall we? Excuse me. G'day, Scran. How you doing? Oh, excuse me. That's true. Nobody is going to watch it, sadly. I like James Spader, man. I like him. He's a great actor. All right. Let's watch this trailer. Here we go. Ahsoka, ladies and gentlemen. Are you excited? Are you excited? Let's watch.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you? I'm always walking by your side.
Citizens of the glorious empire, I have returned. I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
Well, gravity and space, then.
I had a vision. What did you see? More. More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power.
Master!
One that could end.
Who did they reach out to, Taylor?
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Take your time to decide. Are you a Jedi? Or not?
Not, by the way. She's definitely not a Jedi. Let's be clear. Now, I just wanted it to play out, and we're going to sort of go through it again here.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you?
We're going back to Clone Wars days, so we get some flashbacks of Ahsoka and Anakin fighting together. Cool. Huh? Very cool. Okay, good. We got that out of the way. Now, this is during the Clone Wars. We're coming up against a person with a lightsaber. And this is obviously, again, in the Clone Wars period of time. Is this a fallen Jedi? It shouldn't be, because there's the fallen 21. But it is during the Clone Wars, so I don't know. People have talked about the lightsaber. I know that there is something in the expanded universe, I believe, where this lightsaber does exist. I don't like it, though. I don't like the saber at all. I think the thing is, they keep trying to. This is the thing with Disney Star Wars, right? They keep trying to invent new ways to do this to you. Right? So when you're used to seeing just a normal fucking lightsaber hilt, right? And it's a single-bladed lightsaber, or you've got your Maul jewel, the saber staff, or there are plenty out there. I keep just thinking that they just want to continue giving you something new without even really giving any reasoning behind it, any explanation behind it, tracking fobs. They just want to keep you distracted by flashy shit and stuff that's going to make you go, oh, that's sick, but not really have a real proper way of using it, or, I mean, we'll have to see how the combat is. They obviously do fight. And you got Anakin. So you've got Anakin and Ahsoka, obviously being a little bit younger. She's a Padawan at this period of time, but she's supposed to be kind of pretty powerful. But you've got Anakin Skywalker there with you. Anakin motherfucking Skywalker. And this guy doesn't come across as a Sith. He's got a fucking green lightsaber. He ended pretty quick.
I'm always walking by your side.
Now this pissed me off. I'm always walking by your side. Okay, I've been hearing everybody talking about, why hasn't he gone and spoken to Luke? Why hasn't he gone and spoken with Leia? Why isn't he speaking with his children instead of fucking spending time with this dumb fucking moron that isn't even a Jedi, that doesn't want to be a Jedi, that has all the powers in the world, can do fucking force echoes and shit like that, when she was never able to do them before, and those were unique to very, 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 very few Jedi. Like, all of the things, she's got all the powers of every Jedi that's ever. She's got Shatterpoint abilities. She's got fucking this. She's got that. She's got everything. She's got Mace Windu's abilities, fucking Yoda's abilities, Anakin's abilities, fucking Cobb Vanth's abilities. Fucking, you put every other Disney fucking character in there as well. Cobb Vanth. It's so funny that I thought of him. Not even a fucking Jedi. He's just fucking idiot. In Disney fucking canon. But you know what I mean? So, Anakin, I will always be by your side. Okay. So, I don't think we've seen enough of Leia and enough of Luke and stuff like this to have possibly had an opportunity to see fucking if Anakin is going and speaking with them, right? But in all the scenes we have seen, he hasn't been there. But that's not even my issue. My issue is, what is he even doing here in the first place? So let me elaborate on that a little bit. I think I talked about this possibly last week. I know I've talked about it recently. In The Heir to the Empire, the first book of the Heir to the Empire trilogy, Obi-Wan is talking with Luke, right? And saying how he's got to go. And Luke sort of freaks out a little bit, gets a little bit upset and everything, and wants Obi-Wan to stay with him, right? Guide him, teach him. And there's a bit of a conversation that goes on in that. And then Luke whispers something to himself, and obviously Obi-Wan, fading out of the conversation, hears him, but he says something like, I'm the last of the Jedi, or something like that. And Obi-Wan, as he's fading away, goes, the last of the not the last of the old, but the first of the new, or something along those lines, if my memory serves me correctly. Now, there's a couple of reasons that something like that happens. I don't think that Obi-Wan isn't able to, like, still perceive and see everything that's sort of going on through the Force, being one with the Force, all of that kind of stuff, right? I probably have no doubt that there's still a way for Obi-Wan or even Yoda or something to communicate through the Force to Luke, despite the fact that Obi-Wan fades out and disappears and he's no longer even in. From that moment of the very beginning of the fucking book to the end of the trilogy, for the rest of time, we don't hear Obi-Wan Kenobi again. Right? But there's a reason behind that. Because Obi-Wan shouldn't be influencing any Force user or any Jedi moving forward with the way that he was taught, or the techniques, or the things that not the techniques, because techniques, saber techniques and stuff like that, that's different, right? But the way that they use the Force, right? And that's why Luke ended up changing it. That's why relationships and stuff were actually important to have. It was important to love. He changed it. But if Obi-Wan was there, then maybe Obi-Wan would be like, hang on a second, you're getting too attached to these beings. You get, like, possibly that was his indoctrination. Now, Yoda actually had a revelation, actually had a realization when talking to, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when talking to fucking Qui-Gon, and realized that the Sith had shifted and the Sith had moved and evolved, right? Found a way to evolve and move forward. Whereas the Jedi were stagnant in their ways. They never found a way to move forward. They never found a way to evolve, and realized that that was the mistake. And realized also in that conversation that love is actually the most important emotion to grasp hold of. Whereas the Jedi are trying to suppress love. Love in the sense of loving an individual or having those closer relationships with other people. There's importance in everything. In Disney Star Wars, there's no importance in everything. What, are they just going to make fucking Anakin now like a Jesus that just fucking guides and fucking, points fucking Ahsoka in the right direction? What are we fucking doing? And this is why, to me, this really comes across as just cameo slop with fucking Anakin. Because he really shouldn't be interfering or being involved in this much. And I heard Ryan talking about it. And the only way that they can keep fucking Ahsoka relevant right now is to put fucking Anakin next to her. Fucking bullshit, man. Hey, Jordan.
Citizens of the glorious Empire, I have returned. I took an oath to protect the Empire.
He looks completely different too than he did in that first season. But either way, like, they've made him a moron. They've already destroyed him. They've already fucked him over.
I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
Gravity in space. We're doing the falling bombs again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. It didn't work in fucking The Last Jedi in anyone's eyes, and this doesn't work in my eyes either. What are we doing? I want to show you something. Actually, before I do, are these like little fucking things that have people in them? And then they attach to the... Oops, I'm clicking on the screen. And then they attach like that and they climb into the ship or something? Because that would be pretty bad too. Like, 1 minute they're sitting like this way, the next minute they're sitting this way, even though in space there is no up or down. What am I looking for here? Let's see. Let me just check something. No, that's not what we wanted. It might be...
I think we're in trouble.
You know when they're in the asteroid field and they're doing like fly-throughs and they're dropping like things onto the it's like they're like light balls of fucking, they're like probing. That's better than fucking this. I'm sorry. They do this fucking stupid shit. Gravity in space. I was looking for something so that I could actually... Yeah. Anyway. Oh, so it is. It is to let people in. Is it just one person?
Out of vision.
One person in each canister.
What did you see? More.
So who's having visions?
More.
It's her. B-Wings with...
More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power.
Master!
Fucking Shinhati and fucking Balin and fucking Anakin.
One that could end wars.
You got to remember, these two are on that other planet in the other galaxy, unable to get back unless they go and speak with the whales again. Thrawn's back in the galaxy with Ezra and these guys.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Maybe time to
Flaming blade.
decide.
We've got the mechanic, the saber droid. I can't remember his name now. He was the first Grievous.
Are you a Jedi?
Oh no, he was the second Grievous because this is after all the Clone Wars. Who's Ezra fighting with a fucking flame blade lightsaber? Is that just a stormtrooper? They're really cucking the shit out of Ezra in this trailer too.
Or not?
Not a Jedi, and you shouldn't be with... You shouldn't even fucking be talking to Ahsoka. So dumb. That's it. So very, very, very silly. So yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, there's so much wrong with this that again, it is unidentifiable as Star Wars, other than seeing some lightsabers. Other than seeing some lightsabers. All right, we're going to take a listen to what Hayden Christensen said, but I'm going to run to the bathroom really quickly. So let me give you guys Mozza farting. It's only 30 seconds, which is a problem. Oh, I muted myself before I finished talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, Mozza, read that.
So
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark. I think it's bedtime for Mozza. That's...
You pushed so far. That's the type of videos that we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my god.
Sorry, one more second. Let me play this. I'll give you nap time because it's a bit longer.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
Thanks, Nap Time. All right. All right. Where were we? So let's take a listen to what Hayden Christensen had to say, shall we? At D23. I actually haven't listened to any of this. I bookmarked it and saved it. Are you ready? Let's go.
So I want to start with, obviously, Anakin is a character you've been playing your whole life, right? Like
Just about.
Yeah. What do you like?
Have you? I'm curious if this guy's seen any other Hayden Christensen movies. Did you see Jumper? I mean, I don't know too many Hayden Christensen movies, I must admit.
What goes through your head when you're considering coming back to the character and bringing him back to the screen? Is it an easy yes or?
Yeah, no, it's a very easy yes, and I feel very fortunate every time I get that call.
This is the thing with Hayden. I love seeing Hayden Christensen as Anakin as much as anybody, but again, I always use this as like an example. If Star Wars was in a really, really, really good place right now, and they were doing cameos and things like like bringing Hayden in, but also just using him sparingly for important, very important moments. I mean, obviously Hayden's not getting any other work anywhere else. He's now completely typecast as fucking Anakin Skywalker. Of course, it's going to be easy for him to say yes. Yes, money, of course.
But you know, I love this character, but a big part of it is the people I get to work with. You know, I love working with Dave Filoni. We've had some good success together so far.
Huh, that's actually a good point. That's actually a really, really good point. If Star Wars was healthy, it wouldn't need Hayden. That's true. And then when you do bring in a cameo of Hayden and it has some relevance, some weight, and some importance to the story or to that actual character or something like that, it holds even more fucking weight.
And we get along really well. So when he calls, I'm very quick to say yeah.
But see, that's the other thing too, is like even in Heir to the Empire, we know that fucking Anakin has become one with the Force and has become gained the ability to become a Force ghost and communicate through the Force. Fucking at the beginning of the Heir to the Empire, fucking Obi-Wan says goodbye. I don't know even fucking if Luke and Anakin ever have or had a conversation in the expanded universe after Anakin's death. I wish OG Star Wars or somebody like that was in the chat, could tell me. Purist, you are here. After Anakin's death, becoming one with the Force, like even at the party on Endor, did they have a conversation? We don't know. They were there. But also, too, that scene proves that either there are only certain people that can actually see them, or that they can actually reveal themselves, the actual Force ghosts themselves, can actually reveal themselves specifically to certain people. Because Luke is the only one that sees those three there at the end of Return of the Jedi. Otherwise, fucking Leia would be fucking there when she walks over to him. And fucking like, what's all this? Hi, Dad.
How has your perspective on Anakin kind of changed as you've played him from kind of your early years now into Ahsoka as kind of a mentor figure? What do you think of Anakin these days?
I don't know. As I've gotten older, I suppose I'm a bit more compassionate towards his struggles. But I don't know. Surely subconsciously there's a difference, but
this is the other thing too that I notice in this conversation, right? Like he's just asked him a question. He's trying to explain the character. Now, he's obviously already shot a lot of this, if not all of it. They've shot all of it, right? Like usually the director would, I'm sure George Lucas got into each person's head and said, this is where like you are. This is where you need to be. And it seems like they stumble over their words when they're asked this kind of question. Because nobody's explained where they are, because they don't even know where they are as an individual character.
I try to keep my approach sort of the same.
What do you think Anakin hopes Ahsoka understands about him after the events of this show and everything they've gone through together?
How he answers this question.
That he really cares about her.
See, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what the people that made the show want to portray. That he cares about her.
and that's genuine. I think he has a real love for Ahsoka, and I have a real love.
Tell you what, I really do. Like, there are some actors out there that I really do actually feel sorry for when they actually get given these roles and they're basically like they're good actors. If you give them the understanding of who the character is that they're playing and the mental state that they're in or the physical state that they're in or whatever the case may be, when you've got somebody good there that can actually guide them, these questions should be better than this. These answers should be better than this.
Love for Rosario, so it's fun to get to
You guys go way back, don't you?
We do, yeah.
Do you like goof around on set about like you being in her ear all the time?
We have a nice banter, but we definitely have sort of these pinch me moments where we're like, how cool is it that we get to do this together? And we both met when we were in theater school as teenagers, so to get to do this now is a pretty cool thing.
It does seem pretty surreal. All right, last question for you. We're asking everybody, do you have a favorite Disney villain?
Favorite Disney villain? I don't.
Favorite Disney villain or favorite Star Wars villain? Like,
I don't know.
It's a very broad question.
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook. Captain Hook. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
go
it is
Captain
just
Hook.
Disney.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Hayden.
All right, guys.
See ya.
So I had to give him the answer. And these interviewers, man. Let's see, where were we going from there? Hayden Christensen is open to making a live-action Star Wars The Clone Wars show. I know that Ewan McGregor, of course we know that Ewan McGregor would love to do more with it. Fucking he non-stop talking about how much he wants to do more with it. I've heard Natalie Portman, obviously, would love to come back. Sam Jackson's dead. Didn't learn the ability to become one with the Force. I'm sorry, he's gone. Star Wars theory, he's dead. So you could get the band back together, he says. I don't know if these actors like that know their characters from when they originally played them to what they're portraying now. Like, kind of like how Mark Hamill was at first, with his understanding of the character, he fundamentally disagreed with what Rian Johnson was doing with the character. Well, if they were to do a live action Clone Wars, Padme was still alive. But this is the thing. You're doing a live action. You're fucking 50 years old, man. You can't do a live action. You can. Sorry, I take that back. You can do a live action Clone Wars, right? But you need to recast everybody, including Ewan McGregor. You'd be de-aging every fucking shot. It's such a stupid thing. I don't understand. Move away from live action. I agree. 100%. My thing has been with Star Wars in regards to bringing it back and actually making Star Wars sort of good again, if they could, would be, like I said, decanonizing everything. But you do The Heir to the Empire as a trilogy movie, but you animate it. And then what you do is you move into Jason Solo and fucking Ben Skywalker and the kids, Anakin's grandchildren, and you recast Han, Luke, and Leia as older people. I don't think you bring back, if you can't bring back Mark Hamill, because I still think actually that they're too old. Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, And being that Carrie Fisher's dead, you can't obviously bring her back. You recast those three. And that's where you start your live action back up again. So that you've got your Thrawn trilogy, right? You've got that in anime, like really good animation, really good. You basically just tell the story from the book and you do it perfectly. And then you just roll into, you jump forward a bit with the next trilogy and you start telling the grandchildren's story. You know how cool it would be to see fucking Anakin Solo, fucking Jaina Solo, and Jason Solo doing their fucking force, that force ability thing that they use. I can't remember what it's called now. I would have done Son of Dathomir movie. Adapt that. Cancel Clone Wars arc. Yeah, that's true too. This is the thing. They've done so much damage in so many different avenues in so many different ways that no matter which way you go, like you go to the Night Sisters, you go to the fucking Maul, you go to fucking Anakin, like everything, every individual piece right now has problems, massive problems that have ripple effects to other problems in other facets of the universe, other characters. It's an absolute mess. And these people want to say fucking, oh God. I can't wait to hear what they say about it being peak. All right, let's see.
Hunt for Ben Solo?
Why don't you pause?
Oh,
it sounds really low.
someone was gonna.
Okay, what about?
Only coming out of one speaker for me. This is going to be really low, so we'll be really fucking quiet here. That's right, the hunt for Ben Solo. So he was asked about the hunt for Ben Solo.
Okay, what about the hunt for Ben Solo?
You know, someone was gonna ask me that in this line. I'm surprised it took this long. So that's really cool. You know, so, but you know, we're not making that picture right now. That's all I can say.
He, like, that whole project was never even a thing. Never even a thing. So he's just trying to play it off. We're not making that picture right now. Okay, Dave. Here we go. What are we seeing here? Oh, Alora says, LOL, does he sound drunk?
Here we go, right off the bat.
Kylo Ren movie.
Choice. I love it. You know, no, it's all I could tell you. It's not here.
Dude, why don't you just be honest and say it was never a thing? I don't understand what the point is of playing around. You want to be asked the question more times throughout the entire fucking lifespan of Star Wars and your fucking presidency of Star Wars? You're going to be asked this question because you refuse to just shut it down and tell the fucking retarded fans out there that are the only fans that you've actually got left. That's why you won't. That it was never a fucking thing. It was a bad idea. It's a bad idea even if you do want it. But no, we got to beat around the bush and act like a fucking dick about the whole fucking thing.
You won't find it here. You know, the Force is not with us in that regard. But that's okay. I appreciate you asking.
Play around with the jokes of it, you know.
I love the love you feel for it. Totally fair.
How about you just say it's never going to happen? It's not a project that is in the works. It's not a project that was ever greenlit. It was never a project that was even ever talked about. Where are we going to next? Ahmed Best. Not Ahmed Best. What am I talking about? What's his name? Ahmed Best. Is that racist? Aman.
I am a very fortunate actor. One sec. Dave, can I ask you something?
What do you want?
Can I ask you something?
What do you want now?
How did you get this super cool hat?
Oh.
This hat,
Yeah.
this hat was made for me. Yeah, this is a one of a kind hat.
Really?
Yeah,
One of a
yeah.
kind?
Yeah, Mary Zoffreys made me this hat on Mando Grogu.
Wow. It looked
Made it specifically for Mandalorian and Grogu.
one of a
If you
kind.
look in my X-wing, it's actually over my shoulder.
Oh, look, his
And-
hat gets a cameo. If you look, it's not on my head, it's over
The
my
back?
shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
in the cockpit right here. It's right
In the
there.
cockpit. Am I blind? But I can't see it.
Don't move. I gotta get some. There's a
You
hair
get
on your eye.
some?
So it's not there. He just made that up.
That's thrilling. I'm glad we're filming that.
I'm gonna keep this.
Ezra.
Thank you, Dave.
True
I
to
just want to
life.
ask you that. I forgot the last question.
He got a hat made specifically for his cameo in fucking Mandalorian and Grogu. All right, let's hear what Rosario Dawson has to say. I was right. This is OG Star Wars. I was right about making her this type of immortal or goddess. Okay, being Gandalf the White. Let's see.
So in that first season, you see her taking on Sabine Wren as her Padawan. You see her coming into conflict.
Which is fucking stupid. Like, this is where the actors, like, do you understand that in the animation and everything, Sabine was never force sensitive. This is a forced in thing. And I don't know who it is, but Dave Filoni, if you have even asked that question, Dave Filoni has given you some bullshit answer that, oh, you know, the force runs through everyone, right? Do you remember the line? Do you remember this line? Do you remember this? Right? And recontextualizing it to say, oh, because the force runs through everything and is in everyone, it can be unlocked. It's fucking ridiculous.
And a real challenge with Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader. You get to see that flashback of her being a teenager in war and really what she went through and the choice that she gets to make about choosing to live. And I think after that, she gets to be what Dave Filoni calls her Gandalf period. She gets to turn into Ahsoka the White. And, you know, and I love that because that moment happens when she sees you, she's able to smile and have some joy. And I think there's some real healing in that first season. So I'm really excited to build on that for this next season and be in a different chapter that's not so much looking backward. Yeah. And bringing.
Oh, that's it. How long is that? 10 minutes. Star Wars Ahsoka Season 2 cast. Okay. It's a Rotten Tomatoes TV thing. I might check that out, actually. And just see. Maybe we'll go through it next week. Maybe. All right, let's check out some of the shill reactions, shall we? I saw this. And all I saw was, again, it was something I bookmarked. So... let's take a look. And then we got Grizzy's video.
So late. I just crawled out of my bed because they just dropped the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer. I actually fell asleep waiting for it. I have been looking forward to this literally for years. Years. Ooh, I have butterflies right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tell me, Ahsoka.
Anakin? Pause.
Here we go.
Immediately we get Hayden.
Watch
so-
the seals clap. Ready for it.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt! You fucking cunt! Who's that? Who's that? Oh my gosh. He looks so good. Oh
I'm
my
always
god.
walking by your side.
Citizens of the glorious empire, I have returned. I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
Pause. Her outfit. I love her fit in this. I'm gonna have to make it. Sorry, gonna have to make it.
Out of vision. What did you see? More.
More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed with knowledge of a power.
Okay, first of all, that did not sound like Hayden. That was really interesting. I'm very curious to see how the recast goes for Balin. I'm still...
You know what's surprising me about this reaction, to be honest with you? She hasn't been over the top. We'll see, like, we're yet to, like, finish it, but she hasn't been over the top. I'll give her credit there.
Distraught over that, but I do like the actor they chose to recast him, so I wonder if
The fact that you're I don't know how you feel about Thrawn in season 1. I don't know how you feel about the story. Obviously, you liked it. You've been waiting there for fucking years for this. I don't know, man. This is why Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars, because if I don't know how you can like this and be a Star Wars fan. I just don't know how those two things don't equate in my brain.
One that could end wars.
Chopper.
Long time
Zeb.
ago.
Hold on, pause. They just
Okay,
showed
we
Zeb.
get-
It is the same Zeb as Mandalorian.
We're getting a little bit more shilly.
There you go.
I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial,
We're getting
Ahsoka.
so much young Ahsoka. I love
Take your time to decide.
We don't need any more young Ahsoka. You know why they need to put more young Ahsoka in there? To rewrite Ahsoka.
it. Oh, Kim looks so good. Hold on, I gotta
Jedi.
They're rewriting. They're actually doing character destruction right in front of your face for one of your favorite fucking Disney characters, Ahsoka. And yes, I classify fucking Ahsoka as a Disney character, especially with all the changes that they made from original Ahsoka in the fucking thing. She's a completely different person. She's a completely different character. Like all of them. Sabine, completely different character. Ezra, completely different character.
Or not.
She
I'm gonna
crying.
need to rewatch that like 6 or 7 times. First of all, Ada Frilla costuming references.
No.
Second of all, oh my gosh, that was way more of a teaser. I thought we were getting like a teaser. I thought we were gonna get like a 20-second little blip. That was a minute and a half. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Still shilling. Still seal clapping. All right, we're going to watch Grizzy's video of the shills reacting, I think, to the trailer. Getting hyped. We can see some big shill reactions in this, hopefully.
Well, it's time for Ahsoka Season 2 trailer reaction. Okay, let me get my headphones on.
Hang on, this is gonna be bad.
Anakin, here we go.
Oh my God.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you?
Citizens of the glorious empire.
Cross-dressing.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
That shit was wet in the butt.
Wow, Night Sister, Dathomir, yes! Live action Dathomir, yes!
Ah, look at the Night Sisters. Look at Zeb. Zeb and Ezra.
Can you?
Oh my God. They're not even really paying attention to the trailer. That's another thing too. Like the cameos pop off and they're like, oh my God, Night Sisters. Oh my God, live action Dathomir. Oh my God, fucking. It's red. Like that's fucking. Forecast.
Like, shut up.
We are so back. Oh, we have never been more back. We're so back, dude.
I hate that. Dude, every time we watch one of these, it's like, we're back, baby. We're back. Back from what exactly? You've been fucking praising this shit. We're back from being awesome to being awesome. Like, what are you talking about? That's exactly what you're saying. We're back, baby. Everything that they've done so far, in my opinion, is fucking amazing. It's been the best thing, and then the next thing came and it was the best thing, and then the next thing came and it was the best thing, and the next thing came, and all of this stuff has been better than everything else that they've ever fucking done. But you know what? This show means we're back. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's so stupid. It annoys the shit out of me. The only people that are allowed to say we're back when it comes to Star Wars are people like me, and that's if they do something fucking amazing. Star Wars will never be back. And being that you love everything that Star Wars and Dave Filoni and Disney is doing, what do you think you're back from? What do you think this is back from? This is how stupid these people are. It's the same thing about what I was talking about when, you know, people say to me, oh, stop ruining it for everybody. Just let everybody enjoy it. I make the point constantly that if anything that I say criticizing a movie or a show or whatever makes you think that it's destroying your enjoyment of it, there must be some truth in what I'm saying then. Because if what I was saying was a complete fabricated piece of shit lie, then nothing I say could then change the way that you feel about the movie or the show. But if I point this thing out to you and then you recognize that and you go, shit, that fucking annoys me. That destroys it for me. Well, then it's not my fault that you're too stupid to recognize it on your first, let's say, watch through or something like that. And then don't blame me for fucking making something so shit that now it fucking destroys your enjoyment of it. They made it. But you don't even see shit like that. When Thrawn says, oh, let Ahsoka go on whatever path she wants to go, and as long as she goes whichever way she wants to go, we'll be one step ahead of her. Like one of the dumbest lines ever to be delivered in film or fucking show or whatever, motion picture. For a character that is supposed to be ultra intelligent to say something as retarded and stupid as that just goes to show how dumb Dave Filoni is. Just goes to show how dumb all of these people are. It's amazing how good Disney Star Wars has been. It's amazing how amazing it actually has been. But you know what this Ahsoka Season 2 is doing? It's bringing us back, baby! Fucking dumb retards.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that so I can be sane for the remainder of my life.
All right, so the Disney Star Wars shills, there seem to be less and less of them as of late. Yeah, I can't imagine why.
I could ballpark it.
The Disney Star Wars shills, what's left of them, are in full desperation mode, trying to spin the D23 Ahsoka teaser trailer into some sort of big, massive success for Disney Lucasfilm, when in reality, it absolutely was not.
Ahsoka Season 2 completely stole the show. Disney even keeping Star Wars for last because they knew this Ahsoka Season 2 trailer was just that good.
This looks phenomenal.
No, I think that you know what? I actually think they left it for last because Doomsday still overshadowed it. But they needed the end so that it stuck in people's minds. That was desperate. That was a desperate move to put it at the end.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Dude, this is like a 9 or a 10 on the hype level. Holy shit.
Do we think
God
Season 2 of Ahsoka will be the best season of live action Star Wars
we have ever got.
No!
I haven't felt this way about a Star Wars project in a while. This level of excitement I generally have not felt.
Really? I'd be curious to see how excited she was for Mandalorian and Grogu. I'd be so interested to see how excited she was for The Acolyte. I'd be interested to see how excited she was for Ahsoka season 1 or Mando season 1s, 2 or 3 or anything. Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is what I'm saying, guys. All of these people think that all of those shows and everything that I just mentioned is amazing. So how does this show bring us back? What is it bringing us back from?
Honestly, since like Spider-Man Brand New Day, which came out, a couple weeks ago.
Jesus Christ.
I truly am fully expecting this second season of Ahsoka to be my favorite season of Star Wars television of all time.
This feels like the closest to like Revenge of the Sith in terms of like pure vibes of like the scale of it. Like,
Get the fuck 100 bits.
Yeah.
Oh, this show's going to be so good. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, dude. I really hope that this isn't the end for this is the whole end of the Mandoverse energy.
And you can really begin to tell, and I'm seeing it more and more, that a lot of these Disney Star Wars fans are worried, or at the very least, not quite as excited as they used to be.
I'm more excited for Ahsoka season 2 than I think that the boys are. Did the trailer do its job? Yes, the trailer made me excited.
You don't sound very excited.
They can see the downward trend, which is in a free fall at this moment, that Disney Star Wars is currently in. And
is that an Aussie chick, Rhino? It is the Ray side. She's fucking moron.
They're worried. And the delusion is that they think that Dave Filoni...
You can tell by the way she said bones. I feel it in my bones.
And this show, Ahsoka season 2, will somehow reverse that trend. And I got news for you. It will not.
I hope that this is, just going to do so well. I really am wishing everything in me for this season to be amazing.
Yeah, see, this is where they're on the hope train. They're like hoping that the audience comes out and watches. No one's going to come out and watch this fucking show. Content creators are going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, obviously. We're going to break it down here. We're going to talk about how bad it is and how destructive it is to real Star Wars, how away from real Star Wars it actually is. We'll do all of that. But in regards to hype for this show, you can count the hype train out of this entire conversation. I'd be interested to see if this even trends, because there's been a lot of fucking Disney Star Wars slop that's gone out there that hasn't even trended. Did fucking Mandalorian and Grogu even trend? And sometimes when these things do trend, they're trending for all the wrong reasons. I just can't wait to see how much more destructive they can be towards Thrawn. How retarded can they really make him?
To be phenomenal so that it could get a season 3.
I honestly think that if the trend continues and significantly less people watch Ahsoka season 2 than watched Ahsoka season 1, that might be it for Dave Filoni's Mandoverse. And it's looking that might indeed be the case. Significantly less people watched the Ahsoka Season 2 teaser trailer than the Season 1 teaser trailer, and the Season 2 trailer had Anakin Skywalker in it.
Yeah.
I'm always walking by your side.
Oh my gosh. Force goes Anakin.
Anakin is everywhere.
Yeah, and this is the problem, isn't it? That Anakin is everywhere. G'day, OG Star Wars. How you doing? We've looked at a couple of your tweets today. I can't stand that. When you've read the beginning of the Heir to the Empire, like I said, and Obi-Wan is sort of fading away and leaving Luke to his own devices, and there's a really important reason and purpose and everything behind why that is happening, so that he's not interfering and that Luke can be the first of the new as opposed to the last of the old sort of thing. And it's very important. And like I said, I don't know if that's not to say that Obi-Wan couldn't just show up at any time. I don't know whether or not there's a certain lifespan of, it seems like the way Obi-Wan talks about it, it seems like he doesn't have the ability to stay. But I don't know whether or not that's the case or not, or whether or not he's just saying that so that Luke can completely separate from him. Like if Obi-Wan was to say to Luke, okay, I need to leave you alone. I can't interfere anymore because if I interfere, then you might start going down the old path, the way that we went, right? Because if I teach you some things, it might lead you down that way. I need to let the Force guide you, right? And that's it. So I'm not going to appear to you anymore. I'm going to disappear. I'm just going to watch, right? That leaves in the back of fucking Luke's mind that, okay, so I'm going through a situation. I'm going through a problem. A year, 2 years down the track. Obi-Wan, I need your help. Obi-Wan. He relies on Obi-Wan, right? Because he knows he's there. He knows he's just watching. He's not going to interfere, but he knows he's there. Whereas if Obi-Wan says to him, I don't have the ability to stay, the ability to be one with the Force, I still retain the ability to maybe become being one with the Force or whatever, but I can't remain as a Force ghost. I can't remain here. It's a different realm, whatever it is. That means that then Luke can then separate from that and now let the Force guide him and do what he ends up doing. Now, it's the second example that is basically what happens. Now, I don't know in the sense of that is what happens, whether or not it is just Obi-Wan manipulating the situation so that Luke doesn't rely on him or not. But then in this, you've just got Anakin everywhere. So bad. It's just so like they don't give a shit. They don't have any understanding of what went wrong. They actually view the Jedi at Disney Lucasfilm. They view the Jedi of old as the bad guys, stealing children and shit. Like they view the Jedi of old bad guys. They've portrayed them as the bad guys. So it's a deconstruction of everything, including the way the Force Ghost worked. I mean, they fucked it up with Qui-Gon at the end of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Qui-Gon did not complete the training and does not have the ability to project himself as a Force Ghost. Can only communicate through the Force. And that's what makes me think as well that there isn't necessarily a time limit on this, but that's why Obi-Wan said that there was a time limit so that Luke could separate himself from him. Because if you really want to think about it, if you really want to get into it, Qui-Gon was teaching fucking Yoda on Dagobah. What, that whole time? Surely Qui-Gon wouldn't let Yoda just be there alone for 16 years. Literally not being able to communicate with anyone. He says that he'll help him complete his training at the end of the Revenge of the Sith novel. Or is that not canon, despite the fact that it is supposed to be because it's the movie? But they don't look at any of that. They don't go, oh, look at Qui-Gon's situation as a Force Ghost. That's different to what happened with Yoda. That's different to what happened with Obi-Wan. Now we're coming up to a period of time where Luke can start his new Jedi Order, but we shouldn't really interfere with that because we don't want him to make the same mistakes we did. We should let the Force guide him. He knows that love is the key now because love is what saved his father's life. So that changes his perspective. What if Obi-Wan was there saying, no, you can't have that attachment to Mara Jade? How dare you be in love with her? Because of the old way. But because of the new way that fucking Luke understands from what happened with Vader, that love is the key. And even Qui-Gon, at the end of Revenge of the Sith novel, says to fucking, says to Yoda that love is the key. I can't remember the exact line now. I've got it in a video. Which video is it? Oh, fuck. Which video is it? Let me see if I can quickly find it, because it's... Because it's what fucking Luke discovers. He doesn't get told that that's what it is. He discovers it through his love of his father and what that then did. Fuck, what video is it in? Let me just check this one really quickly. No, it's not that one. Let's just go videos. Fuck. Oh, hang on. Is it my Luke? No, I want to search in my fucking thing. Sorry, guys. I'll be right there.
G'day, guys.
Whoa. I hate the sound of my own voice. Oh, yeah, it is here. Okay, it's in this video somewhere. Hold on 1 second.
He spoke to the Force, and the Force answered him. Do not blame yourself, my old friend. As it sometimes had these past 13 years, when the Force spoke to him, it spoke in the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn. Too old I was, Yoda said. Too rigid, too arrogant to see that the old way is not the only way.
See, so this is where he's having the realization that he made the mistake.
These Jedi, I trained to become the Jedi who had trained me long centuries ago.
See?
But those ancient Jedi, of a different time they were. Changed as the galaxy. Changed the Order did not. Because
I wonder if this fucking video got copyrighted for this.
let it change. I did not. More easily said than done, my friend. An infinite mystery is the Force. Yoda lifted his head and turned his gaze.
Hang on. Okay, so there's that bit. Let me...
And you will have time to learn it. Infinite knowledge. Yoda shook his head. Infinite time does that require? With my help, you can learn to join with the Force, yet retain consciousness. You can join your light to it forever. Perhaps in time.
See, even Qui-Gon says forever. So it makes me wonder, like, again, in the fucking beginning of the Heir to the Empire, fucking Obi-Wan didn't need to leave. But he did need to leave.
Even your physical self. Yoda did not move. Eternal life. The ultimate goal of the Sith. Yet they can never achieve it. It comes only by the release of self, not the exaltation of self. It comes through compassion, not greed.
Love.
Love is the answer to the darkness.
Love is the answer to the darkness. And that's what fucking Luke realized when he started his new Jedi Order. It goes on. It's great. Fucking, if you haven't read the Revenge of the Sith novel, read it. It's really good. I'm glad I found that. All right, we're back. But this is what I was sort of saying just really quickly. This is having understanding of the universe that you're dealing with, the laws, the reasonings, the whys behind why these things have to be the way that they are, or the why they are the way that they are.
They are just giving us so much Anakin.
Too much.
In the trailer. Imagine what the show is going to look like.
It's going to be, you've already seen it. You've seen nearly everything that you're going to see with Anakin. There's going to be a bit more, obviously, added in. The fight's going to be a little bit longer. The conversation's going to go a little bit longer. You'll get nothing out of it. We're just doing Ahsoka trying to find herself again.
And with Ahsoka.
And deciding, obviously, whether or not she wants to be a Jedi or not. She'll never be a Jedi. She fucking walked away. She's a fucking idiot.
It's just, truly, I hope they milk that.
They are milking it, and fans still don't give a shit. The nostalgia bait that Disney Star Wars has relied on in the past is not working anymore.
Because it meant nothing when they saw it. Like, even people looking back at the Luke Skywalker cameo at the end of Mando Season 2, people look at that back on that now, and it holds no... Like, people go back and you watch the I Am Your Father. Dude, every time you watch that, you know it's coming and you know it's there. You know exactly what's about to happen, right? It still holds so much weight in watching it. Music swells. All of that shit happens. People watch like Luke Skywalker appearing and he's like, let me take the baby. He may as well be R2-D2 robot walking in. You know.
That's bad.
4.7 million views for season 2 compared to 16 million views for season 1.
Now, the only caveat that I'll say is, like, obviously 3 years ago compared to what, a couple of days ago, whatever.
That's bad.
4.7
4 days ago. So, like, yeah, but you like, I've made this point before myself, you know, with the Force Awakens trailer compared to trailers now.
million views for season 2 compared to 6.
I don't think they've had a trailer. I could be wrong. Like, hit over 100,000 views in a long time.
16 million
Mandalorian and Grogu. I'll keep playing this, but
views for season 1.
5 more months until we get to watch one of the most anticipated Star Wars projects of all time. Season 2 of Ahsoka.
What? And despite this major decline in views, the Disney Star Wars shows claim that this trailer was a massive win.
Count me all in. Ahsoka season 2. Yeah, I mean, just flat out looks absolutely magnificent, incredible, perfect. Everything that you would want it to be and more.
There's a reason that they did not release the Starfighter trailer publicly, because the hype for Ahsoka season 2 after last night is so unbelievably high. Like, it's ridiculous.
And
no, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. I reckon the reason why they didn't release it was because they didn't want Starfighter to overshadow Ahsoka. Because we haven't seen really anything from Starfighter.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
And obviously Ahsoka comes out before Starfighter, so they want to obviously try and build as much quote-unquote hype as they can, building up to Ahsoka before they try and start building any hype for this movie that's coming out after Ahsoka.
Will make $2 billion guy claims Ahsoka was the highlight of the night at D23, even outshining Avengers Doomsday.
I don't think
they delivered. Star Wars went last night. You know what that means? It went last after Pixar and Marvel and all the other Disney IPs because they saved the best for last. And that was Star Wars.
Are you high or just incredibly
so
stupid?
Retarded.
I assure you, I am not high.
Yes, they saved the best for midnight Eastern Standard United States time when half the audience went to bed after the Doomsday trailer.
It stole the show. They put it last because they knew how significant that this was going to be.
Okay, well, let's
It's
see
so
if he's right.
stupid.
Let's take a look at the analytics to see if Ahsoka really did
stupid.
steal the show at D23. So once again, the Ahsoka trailer has 4.7 million views at the time
What
of
does
recording this
Doomsday have? We
video.
watched it.
Avengers Doomsday D23
Same time.
special look,
31
31 million views, 6 times what Ahsoka season 2 teaser got. Vision Quest D23
Really?
trailer,
11
11
million.
million views,
Ah.
more than twice as many as Ahsoka.
It went last after Pixar and Marvel and all the other Disney IPs because
Yes,
they say
because no one cares about it. So they played like you're so stupid that you don't understand the format that they actually played the hyped things in their primetime slots of the fucking presentation and left the shit to when everybody's done with everything and tired and at the end of the day and doesn't give a fuck. So they're half not even paying attention. You are stupid.
saved the best for last.
No matter how many times you tell yourself that, it's the smile that he puts on afterwards. You could tell that to yourself as many times as you want. It's not true.
And that was Star Wars.
That's a false. No, what I just lied. What, no.
The haters will never admit, or are never going to admit that it's been a great run for Star Wars. No, but who cares? Like, we're sitting here in the midst of one of the greatest runs for Star Wars ever.
Where the audience is going
yet
away
there's still
more
people
and
that'll
more
tell
and
you that
more.
Star Wars is dead.
Wow.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
All right, everyone, that's it for today. Make sure to
Thank you, Grizzy. Go and subscribe to Grizzy if you're not subscribed to Grizzy, ladies and gentlemen. Go and subscribe. Yeah, I'm reading through. Yeah. God. Thank you, Grizzy. All right, let's get rid of some of these tabs because I'm a little lost in all of this. We've done that. 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 And now we've done that. Awesome. Let's have a look here. How's our poll doing? We got 40 votes in now, 41 votes in now, and Worf has still taken the cake. Worf has still won. So who wins the fight between Worf and Teal'c? I think we'll end the poll there. You guys have definitely given Worf an overwhelming victory. It's 71%. Congratulations, Worf. You win the battle of the day. We might add something like that in moving forward. The battle of the day. Who wins? Eric Lencher or Charles Xavier? Hang on, let me go to this screen here. Mekator for 24 months, 2 years. Thank you very much. 2 years of slogging. Sorry. 2 years of slogging in the trenches as a Rhino fan. I appreciate it. My fucking dyslexia went spastic for a second. Thank you, Mekator. I appreciate you. All right, so Worf gets the victory this week. Well done, Worf. Well done. I feel like I got fucking something in my eye. Fucking annoying as shit. So did you see? I don't know if I don't think I mentioned it on Flashcast. Did you see the changes? So Slave 1 was half broken because of the cats. Fucking the big X-wing was fucking half broken because of the cats. So I decided I completely dusted all of this too. It took me forever. You got no idea how painful it was. You got like just even this alone, right? It's still, you still got a little bit, like I can still see bits of dirt where I've missed or dust where I've missed, but like all around these little fucking, each fucking little knob, I had to get a fucking cloth, a damp cloth. I dusted it down with the vacuum cleaner that had the prong, like the brush at the end of it sort of thing. But then that got rid of a lot of it. It was actually really good. But then there was still a heap of shit. And man, going around R2 was hard. And that, I swear, I was probably cleaning that, working on that for like 40 minutes or so. Before I was like, all right, looks good enough. I've had enough. Fucking crazy. But yeah, I completely cleaned this up. I think it looks a little bit better. It's a lot less cluster. Like, you know, there was actually a lot on here. A lot of shit down there. I even cleaned up, like moved. There's nothing under there anymore. There was a heap of Lego. There was the Jabba's barge. It was down there. Yeah. Yes. No, X-Files Lego, no. I want to get Lord of the Rings Lego. I want to get some sets. If I'm going to break off from Star Wars, like obviously I got fucking some Ghostbusters. I did have actually, that's probably something I should get. I got the little oh, it's over there. I got the little DeLorean from Back to the Future. I want to get the big one though. So like I've got the big one there of that and the little one over there. You can't really see it there, can you? It's just, there you go, the mini-me version. Anyway, I think Lord of the Rings is the next set that I'll be going for. Or some sets in the Lord of the Rings stuff. Okay, I want to talk about some things that Ewan McGregor has actually said. Then we're going to go into some Starfighter stuff. Nothing major. Let me just say this, because I put Lanterns in the title and I was actually going to watch the first episode or whatever they'd put out last night before I went to bed, and I didn't get around to actually watching it. So I actually haven't had a chance to. IGN, just really quickly, gave it an 8 out of 10. From what I've been hearing from everybody, it hasn't been going over very well. I think the DC universe is just, it's a little fucked. You know, from what I'm seeing in all the trailers and everything, no one's even going to be in any sort of costume or anything. It doesn't even look like. I don't even know, like, I thought I'd watch it because there was really sort of nothing really else to watch, and it's just sort of out there, but I don't even really know if I want to. I don't think I want to waste my time. I'm not 100% on it, on what I'm going to do. So we'll see. We'll see. But obviously, sorry about that. Putting that in the title, I should probably remove it, but whatever. I'm not going to go into to that because I haven't watched it yet. All right. Fucking this. Ah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't you hate that? Like, something's literally just sort of flown into my eye or something. Like, a little bit of fluff or a little bit of fucking cat hair or something. Sorry, guys. This is just going to be irritating me if I don't fucking... Sorry. I'm really, really fucking sorry. Is there something I can play? I'm not going to play fucking... Oh, here. Because it goes for nearly 2 minutes. This is fucking annoying as shit, but you get fucking... Anyway, it's better than nothing.
I like to get into a vibe. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we'll get into it. We'll discuss it all You know, the truth is, it sort of is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Look, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? That's all good. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Totally understand it. Like, totally get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And asking me questions and this, that, second, the third. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Frankly, I'm a big believer in like alchemy. You know what I mean? Sort of an esoteric, hippie, dippy kind of a guy, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's all. You know what I mean? But, yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can cook. You know what I mean? Wife, this, that, second, and third. Do you know what I mean? 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 It is what it is.
Right, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
think I got
And,
it. You know what I mean? I think I got it. There's an eyelash. Oh, fucking lights on. Fucking one of my own eyelashes. Like, look like I'm fucking just sitting on the edge of my fucking bottom eyelid sort of thing. I got it though. I got it. All right. All right. Where are we? All right. Let's talk about Ewan McGregor really quickly. Now, obviously, we've talked about Ewan McGregor a little bit more recently because it's the only Star Wars news that's been out there was him talking about how he wants to play Obi-Wan for the rest of his fucking career. Which is stupid, obviously, for obvious reasons. But listen to this. So I got to ask, is Hera, the actress that plays Hera, his wife, is that, am I getting that correct? But he said, so Ewan McGregor would like to see an Obi-Wan and Hera romance in an upcoming Star Wars project. It's so stupid to even say this. Because Obi-Wan is a character, not your, and Hera is a character, not your wife. And Obi-Wan, well, hang on. Obi-Wan's dead as well. Hera's got her own love story with fucking Kanan and had Jason with Kanan. Of course, Jason. But he says, I got very excited when Mary started working on Ahsoka. I thought maybe this is a big love story. Obi-Wan and Hera. Correct. But see, this just goes to my my point from earlier in regards to these actors actually not knowing or having any understanding of their own characters anymore. Like, I believe that when Ewan McGregor played Obi-Wan Kenobi for George Lucas, he thought of the character differently than he does think of the character now. And maybe they know. Maybe in the back of his mind, he knows that Star Wars is just fucked. But Disney is willing to throw money at these fucking cameos and shit like this just to try and keep a pulse. Ah, there you go. Yeah, he cheated on his old wife with her while filming the Harley Quinn movie, then married her afterwards. That's fucking funny as. More Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor wants Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 to focus on Obi-Wan seeking out Yoda. Seeking out Yoda. That's dumber than the other fucking, the love story fucking thing. Because Yoda's somewhere else, after the end of episode 3, when we all go to the 4 or 5 corners of the galaxy, or however many corners it's got, I won't have been in touch with him, but he's out there. So I think there could be a story there where I'm trying to reach out to him. Dude, this shows complete no understanding. The one person that is going to guide you and train you in the ways that are important. Again, even fucking that first year of Obi-Wan Kenobi on, I've talked about this so much, but that first year of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, and he's trying to talk to Qui-Gon. He's trying to talk to Qui-Gon. He hasn't spoken to him since the end of Revenge of the Sith. And he doesn't speak to him because Qui-Gon is just letting the Force guide Obi-Wan in the way that he needs to be guided. When he realizes that Vader is still alive and freaks out and thinks, why would I bring his child to Tatooine, his home planet where fucking his mum's buried and all this kind of, Anakin's mum's buried and all this kind of stuff. Starts freaking out and thinking, I've got to take the child and I've got to run even further away. Qui-Gon finally appears. I shouldn't say that. He finally speaks to Obi-Wan and says to him, and this is why people think that he talks to himself, because he's actually talking to Qui-Gon. But Qui-Gon guides him in that and then probably disappears for another fucking 2-3 years or something like that. He is like there to make sure that the Force and the will of the Force is moving in the right direction. He's not there to interfere, to make sure or like push it in that direction. It's kind of like with Jesus, right? He doesn't force you to love him. But this is stupid, man. This is so stupid. Fucking, if let's say fucking Obi-Wan was to go off on an adventure to find fucking Yoda and ends up on Dagobah, I would hope this would be Yoda's reaction, would be to fucking slap Obi-Wan as hard as he can across his face, say to him, first of all, don't ever do another fucking retarded car video. And secondly, what the fuck are you doing here? Go back to fucking Tatooine and look over the boy until he's ready to come to me for training. Fucking stupid. Have you watched Star Wars, Ewan McGregor? That's pretty much it for that. We're moving on to fucking Starfighter crap. So, I don't think I shared audio. Tom Cruise visited the set of fucking Starfighter. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
I'm trying to not give away too much, but it was pretty simple. Like I had had dinner with Tom a few nights earlier, and you know, we like say goodbye, and I'm like, yo, if you ever want to come by a set of Star Wars, you know where to find me. Like it was just a thing you say as you're walking out of the restaurant. Get a text. Where are you shooting? Can my chopper land there? And so literally Tom came to visit, spent several hours, and the whole crew, like when he stepped on set, it's already amazing because you're making Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then you have Tom Cruise hanging out.
And he
as,
took
like,
the chopper there.
Flew
By
his
the
own
way,
chopper.
so casual. Can I
Like,
just
didn't
take
take
the chopper?
Flew the chopper. Flew the chopper.
This
It's
story
TC.
just keeps getting
It's TC.
better.
You know
I'd
he's
expect
flying the
nothing
chopper.
less. I'd
Yeah.
expect
Like
nothing
I
less.
feel like in my mind, he buzzed the tower. He might have given me a Top Gun thumbs up. That part I might have just made up or imagined.
Yeah.
But he is, unsurprisingly, a grenade of passion and enthusiasm.
Okay.
So interested in what are the actors doing? Interested in what is this camera that we designed for this shot?
Yeah.
He's just genuinely fascinated by and in love with filmmaking, both films as storytelling, but films as process.
Yeah.
And so he was just
Yeah, I'm glad that he was able to show up at your set so that you could fucking be enthused to continue destroying Star Wars. I saw this and I'm like, oh, how creative. Let's make a skull and bones out of the rebel symbol. How creative. Is this the new merch? Is this the new marketing thing? Is this the good guys, but are the rebels, the bad good guys? I thought we already got that with Andor, personally. Or they tried to do that with Andor. I just see shit like this and I'm like, what are you trying to do? What are the two things at the bottom, by the way? Are they rifles? Blaster rifles? Like, you can't even really make out what they are. But we'll do a skull and bones with an upside down rebellion symbol. Okay, cool. Let's see how many people buy it. Star Wars Starfighter will follow. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. I fucking had it. Marginalized. Fuck, man. Sorry. And that was embarrassing. Star Wars Starfighter will follow marginalized outsiders from the wrong side of the galaxy, according to director Sean Levy. Well, that inspires a lot of... doesn't it? Marginalized outsiders. And then we got the Dune 3 trailer, and that's it. I just think that Star Wars and everybody involved in Star Wars is so fucking woke and retarded and actually doesn't even understand Star Wars and the fundamentals of Star Wars and not even the fundamentals, just the basics of the galaxy and the universe. It fucking... like... Everybody was saying, oh, you can't judge Mandalorian and Grogu. We've got to wait until Starfighter. That's going to be the true judgment of where Star Wars is. Why? Why is it that? Why is it something like that and something that's not... This is Doomsday. This is like the Doomsday of the Star Wars galaxy. There's no lead up. There's no build up. There's no nothing. It's just this. And this is supposed to reflect the health of our franchise. Fucking like, who cares? These are the guys that were the good guys, but they were on the outskirts. They were, you know, not really allowed in because they did some iffy things or something. Yeah, you could tell a story like that, but when you fucking start promoting it like this, we know exactly what that messaging is. We know exactly where you're going with this. What a nightmare. What a nightmare Star Wars is in. And we'll see how Ahsoka performs, as we mentioned earlier. We're going to watch the Dune 3. I have no interest in Dune. We've watched all three now with this one, all three trailers or whatever. Well, this is only 33 seconds and I haven't watched one of them and I really don't have any interest in it.
Tell me what lies ahead.
The end.
Did I just, oh, she's got the same face. I was about to say, did I just see Zendaya act for a second? It was like, where is it? Yeah, there. She acted for like a second. And then like it cuts away. And it goes back to her being like the same that she always is. Again, I got no interest in this whatsoever. No interest in this whatsoever. I don't know about you with Dune, but yeah. I only ever liked playing the Dune game. If I can go out harvesting, if I can build your army, go and kill some fucking cunts. All the way back in the 90s. That's the thing, though, Prime David. Is anybody actually excited for fucking Ryan Gosling? Really? Like, yeah, he's a fine actor. I have nothing against Ryan Gosling. Nearly everything that I've seen with him in it that I can think of, he did a fine, if not good job. I don't think that I think that they thought that because of Barbie and a couple of other movies that he was in, and obviously with Project Hail Mary doing well as well. I think if you did Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling, but the story was shit, Ryan Gosling doesn't carry it, is the point that I'm basically trying to get to. And I don't think Ryan Gosling's going to carry a Star Wars movie that has no build up to it. And people think that it's going to perform better than or as well as, or as bad as, or whatever as Mandalorian and Grogu. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to predict fucking Star Wars anymore. Because you've got retards out there that'll just go and watch it because it's got Star Wars slapped on it. You got the Disney shills and the Disney seals and stuff like that. Like they're always gonna be out there. But I really do feel like they're in the minority. They're definitely the majority now of the actual fan base that's left, right? But in an overall sense of the entirety of Star Wars, the like Star Wars fan base, I reckon they've got like 25%, we'll say a quarter. And 75% are like, this is shit. Now, it might have taken some people a bit longer than others to realize how bad and how shit things were actually getting. Had some maybe hope around the end of Mando season 2. You know, I think I saw a little bit of a reaction from Theory on, was it Ahsoka or something? Must have been. And he definitely wasn't playing up the hype factor of anything or anything like that recently. It's because there's nothing to be hyped about. And they all know it. They all refuse to acknowledge it. And because of that, Disney will continue essentially like what's the word I'm looking for? Pandering to those people, basically. Making the slop for those people. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Punished John A. Douglas. Well, hail to you, brother. Thanks for jumping in. We're finishing up, though. But thank you. If you want, you can go back and rewatch the stream. Smash the like button, though, everyone. If you haven't, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you for the super chats. Mekator. Oh, hang on. Dude, I can't believe I missed this. I'm so sorry. I don't even get that many super chats and I fucking missed it. You're probably fucking even reminding me in the chat. I'm so sorry. Why can't we have a show about the Sith of old, the Sith of old on Korriban or Drum and Cross or Drum and Cuss? I don't know how to necessarily pronounce it properly. With I'm not sure. Scamming, assassinations, power grabs, and alchemy. Not this damn shit. Sorry, I completely fucked that. But yes, I always fuck this fucking shit. Fucking words, man. And it's so embarrassing. In front of 40 people watching me stumble through a fucking super chat that everybody's sitting there going, "Fucking it's this." I agree with you, but I don't want Disney doing it. I don't want Dave Filoni doing it. I don't want any of these people doing it. Scheming. Is that what it is? It's the CH that fucks me in that. Reading sucks. It does. Thank you, Megator, for the super chat. I just don't want any of them doing it. Yeah, no, I know that because I've heard it and I've read it a few times. So it helps when I've fucking read words or seen words. Fucking retarded. Let's see. Hang on. Why can't we have a show about the Sith of old on Korriban or Dramon Cross, however you want to pronounce that, with scheming, assassinations, power grabs, and alchemy? Not this damn shit. Was that better? That's better. Thank you. So, I was wrapping the stream up until I completely fucked that up and embarrassed myself again. But thank you everyone for being here. Smash the subscribe button if you want to hear me stumble through more fucking super chats. Send some super chats if you want to see me stumble through super chats. No, let's see. Who can we raid right now? Is there anyone fucking streaming? Let's take a look really quickly. But yeah, smash the like button. Smash JT is streaming. He's gaming. No, Hypnotic isn't streaming anymore. Could raid the office. No, it looks like we're going to raid Smash JT. Yup. All right. Let me set this up really quickly before we go. Like I said, guys, smash the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to the rewatchers. I know there's a couple of you out there that can't watch it live, so you come in and you watch it during your own free time. So I thank you. Nearly there, guys. Sorry. Redirect. It's really fucking weird that it hasn't come up, though. Hang on a second. Maybe I need to actually copy. He's definitely live. Copy. Paste. There it is. Oh, he can't because he doesn't have it set up. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Why do you need to set up to allow people to raid you? Just allow every channel to raid every channel. And then fucking if somebody wants to raid somebody, they can just automatically. Anyway. Oh, well, here, I'll put the link in the chat. And then if you want, you can go over and sort of raid him. There you go. Smash JT. He's not playing a game. He's actually watching a video about some video game or something. Anyway, thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. I really do appreciate all of you. Thanks for some of the super chats today, guys. You guys have been awesome. And we'll see you next week for another Casual Rage. We'll see you on Flashcast this weekend. We're probably going to be talking about the Lindsay Clancy case, I think, a fair bit over there. So we'll see you there. All right, guys, take care. Peace.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Dustin Crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. Or bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking it very cautiously.
You go away.
Bounce too near a supermarket?
Oh, Mozart, read that.
So
Mozart, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozart.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozart. That's
He pushed so far.
that's the type of videos that we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my god.